AITA for bringing up my sister's weight to make a point. I have two sisters, Ava 28F and Bree 26F. Recently our grandfather passed away. Bree and I were both able to travel to see him and offer support to our grandma before he died, but Ava was not since her husband is currently looking for work, and they're short on money. After he died, they decided to have the funeral within the week. I called Ava and told her that if she wanted to come to the funeral, I would pay for the gas. She thanked me and said she would. The next day my grandma asked if Ava was coming for the funeral. I said yes. She asked if Ava's husband and kids were coming, and I said I wasn't sure. Bree spoke up and said, they'd have to since Ava is incapable. I cut her off and said that, oh yes, they are coming. Bree tried to say another comment but I again cut her off and assured my grandma they would all be there. She left the room excited to see her great-grandkids. Bree asked why I interrupted her when all she was going to say was that Ava never bothered to learn to drive, so of course her husband would be coming. I replied that I knew Ava was embarrassed about not being able to drive and I didn't think we should make rude comments about her when she's not here to defend herself. Bree said that was stupid, and that if she didn't want people talking about her, she should just learn to do it. It's her own fault she doesn't know how. Now, this is not exactly true. She did try to learn but every time Ava sat behind the wheel she would have a panic attack. Could she have pushed through it? Yeah, maybe, but the fact is, it's not that she never bothered, it's that she found it too hard to push past her panic attacks. I tried to explain this to Bree, but again she said that she refuses to go with the "that's just how they are" line of thinking. If she didn't learn how, she shouldn't be surprised when people talk about her. Exasperated, I asked her, would you like it if we all talked about how you're overweight when you're not around? Someone could make the argument that if you don't want us saying that, you should just lose weight. Bree immediately got angry and said that's completely different. I asked her how. She stormed out. When we were teenagers my mom got surprisingly pregnant. She ended up losing the baby at 6 months and internally hemorrhaged. She almost died and then fell into a depression for almost a year because her baby died. My parents fought a lot during that time and nearly got divorced. It was a very difficult time for us, and we all coped in our own ways. Bree's way was to eat. I don't blame her for being overweight. Could she stop eating unhealthily now and work out? Yeah, probably, but just like Ava, there were extenuating circumstances that made her the way she is. I wasn't trying to make fun of her weight at all. It was just the only example I could think of that was a similar dilemma where things occurred beyond their control. Bree is now angry at me for bringing up her weight. AITA,